should do, Obey's? Put your headset on. That's what you should do.
Are you lefty?
You went from direct Game Boy
Fuck, we're recording
straight to 64.
I'm not even sitting down yet.
Yeah, fuck, it's all good.
I don't even have my shit on here.
Nothing wrong with that. I did this to the guys not yesterday, on Thursday.
I'm still sitting
Yeah.
down. Like, you recording?
I'm recording, man.
My headphones aren't on. I'm not even sitting down yet.
We found that we were talking
not-
about some
we're not
great
recording
stuff.
video, no.
No
Okay,
video
cool.
right now. This is all audio.
I like audio. I only listen on the podcast app on my phone,
Yeah.
which we are available on.
Yes, we are. On the iTunes. Downloaded
Yes.
directly to your phone.
Yep, download on my phone. And
On Dogcatcher too, I think.
so yeah, I never listen. I don't watch the videos anymore. I haven't seen one of the videos. I do all on the audio on my phone.
Our video has gone down
Which
since
is
we got
okay.
onto iTunes. I am all right with us being only audio. It's just I find that there are guys who are like crack it open.
Yeah, Dan likes
What
to
do you
watch.
What are you opening there?
That is
Strangler?
a non-sponsored Kickstart for Mountain Dew, orange flavored naturally. It is the best.
I think they have some sort of
Kickstart,
commercial, don't they?
Puppy Monkey Baby has not given me any money,
Yeah.
but I will hold out strong
Hopefully
that if it wasn't so... I burned my lip today, motherfucker.
on Kickstart.
No.
What are you doing?
I had a spoon that was in the food, thinking rock and roll, and the spoon was incredibly hot. It wasn't bad when I grabbed it,
Yeah.
but it burnt my lip when I put it in my mouth.
So the heat transfer didn't go to the handle.
Gonna have a blister or some shit.
Ah,
It's killing me.
good. That is gonna hurt you.
Yeah, everyone's gonna think I have syphilis or something now.
Well, they can't see you right now anyway.
God damn it.
It's all good.
People in real life, they're gonna see me
They
like,
will real life.
they're gonna like, that guy's got the syphilis. I'm gonna be
It's
like,
the
"God
hep,
damn
isn't it? The herp.
The hep?
Like I said, the herp.
The herp? Syphilis?
herp.
Gonorrhea?
They've got a cure now, don't they, for the Hep C? Pamela Anderson, free at last.
I don't know if it's a cure, but it's like
It's like some sort of major treatment. As a kid, I did not realize that the hep was that bad. I mean, you heard like hepatitis, go on vacation. When you drink the water, don't die.
I think it depends on the hep.
I think it's C,
two,
right?
Two of them are okay. One's not okay.
Yeah,
I
the
think
A
that's
and
the
B,
rule.
the
Yeah,
Twin Ricks.
A and B. Yeah, those are all right.
Yeah, the Twin Ricks hep you can deal with.
You can walk away from those.
Yeah, you can stumble away.
No, I think it's not that bad.
Doesn't it fuck your liver up?
I think it's very not serious.
I think it's treatable, but like if you go untreated,
Oh yeah, if you
Yeah.
just whatever,
Yeah.
it'll hurt you. But if just go to the doctor, take a pill, and you're good.
take a pill and you're good.
Yeah.
Whereas the Hep C,
Yeah, that's not just take a pill and you're good. That's
No.
multiple visits.
that's like HIV light.
yeah, HIV light. Yeah, totally.
That's rough, man.
So
That's
we
brutal.
got doing a little mini cast. What's this mini cast?
This is number 4.
Is it gonna be number
this
4?
will be number 4.
You
Well,
can see into the future, and you're gonna know.
oh, I'm seeing next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the
Technically.
future. Next Sunday's future.
These mini casts have essentially caught up now.
So I thought I would take this opportunity to maybe have a conversation about my LED upgrades on Old Painless.
Yeah, I like that this is mostly you and me talking
Yeah.
about your garage.
Yeah, because I get guys DM me and people talk, and you know the car community is
It's big and small at the
it's
same
big
time.
and small, yes, correct. So guys write me and they want to talk about this and that and the other thing, and the LED upgrades on the older first gen Mustangs is really popular because the incandescent lights on
It's a-
those
it's a
cars
big deal, huh?
are terrible, beyond terrible.
How bad was it? A visual thing? Like you couldn't see very far into the
No,
into the road
not
there?
the headlights. It's all the courtesy lights, interior lights,
Yeah.
gauges, dashes, turn signals.
Oh, so you did
taillights.
everything inside and out.
I've done a full car conversion.
Oh, wow.
Not headlights, of course.
Yeah.
But
That's what I thought it was. I
yeah.
thought you were putting LED headlights in.
No. It's everything else in the car.
Mhm.
So some of the things are more prudent than the others, like gauge lights are fairly serious
Yeah.
because at night you turn your headlights on, your interior lights, your gauge lights turn on,
Mhm.
but you can't see them. Nothing happens. They turn
Yeah.
on and you're like, are
Super
they
dim.
on? Are they on? I don't know.
Kids of like the new millennial generation with newer cars built past 2000 will never know the pain
They don't know. Yeah.
of knowing how dim the interior lights were on like 80s and pre-80s cars.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Yep. So so now you can get different manufacturers will make LED upgrades.
Mhm.
So I decided I would figure out and tackle that myself,
Yeah.
and huge success. It came out really good.
Did you get all the parts like from a local?
No, so what I do is most of my parts I buy from cjsponyparts.com. CJ's Pony Parts can give me some free shit.
You're pointing at a camera, they can't see you.
They don't. They
Well,
don't know I'm pointing.
I'll put the link up.
I did not say I was pointing. They wouldn't know I was pointing.
Well,
Yeah, but CJ's Pony
threw me
Parts.
off.
I think they're in Pennsylvania.
okay.
I could be wrong.
Well, we'll have the link up
I'm
later
top of
on.
my heading that, and they mail you the parts. They're fairly quick. The dudes
Yeah.
over there are super accommodating.
Mhm.
I started buying parts from them because they They have kind of how-to videos and kind of parts explaining videos.
They're really good about letting you know how to do it.
Yeah, so they'll have a dude. It's a shame I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but there's always the same dude.
Yeah.
Who explains everything, and he's a ride. He's really good. He's got a monotone voice, but it's just there's something odd and charming about it.
Yeah.
I should.
Nah, leave it alone. We'll throw it up later on.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out his name.
Yeah, see what his name is. But
then,
he's got like a real good style to deliver information to you.
Yeah, it's just like all those car shows.
Yeah.
Where trucks or Power TV or whatever, all those guys are just they have that weird, boring but exciting.
Well,
at the
they're
same
in
time.
a garage alone all the time.
Yeah, they're always.
Yeah.
The other guy from Trucks, he was the same way. I think his name was Jody. I think he had a girl's name.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd be like, "Oh, you can check out this oil. This oil will do this." And it's like you can get it at Canadian Tire for $19.95.
No, I don't mind that. That's where your radio announcer.
Yeah,
That's not like
they're boring and exciting at the same time.
I can't remember what his name is, but as again another name thing. There's a dude on Fox Sports. He's the announcer. He's old as hell, but he's got that style that just tells you what's going on in the game currently. The ball is flown over the fence.
Like a Harry Carey thing. Nice snatch.
Nice snatch. But it feels like it's a computer program that's replicating an old man tone, and you just like punched in information and now it's speaking it on its own.
So let me try to put my thumb over this. We can mute it. Try to just get his name here.
Oh, we've got the video up.
Yeah, this is just one of his thousands of videos.
Well, we're plugging these guys, man. Like, what was it? What were they called again?
Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts.
Hi, I'm Bill.
Cool.
65 Mustang.
It's just he's got that
This
voice.
car is to build something nice to drive, but looks good at the same time.
I like that voice.
The car is very
No, man, he's cool.
It seemed like he was just a dude who was there that day, and they didn't have much staff early on. And like, okay, we're gonna put you on there. He's like, well, okay.
Okay.
So there, Bill from TJ's Pony Parts. He's just fun with the videos, explaining stuff, and you think, oh, maybe I want to do this. You watch the video, and you've gone from maybe I want to do this to thinking I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I purchased the parts. I'm going to do it myself.
Now, being a guy who's already worked on the MG, that was the first real big one, right? I think was the MG.
Well, no, I mean I've had motorcycles since
No,
high
but
school.
as far as the cars go,
Yeah.
was the MG the first? Because you really went to town on that car.
Yeah, I've
like you
never
took
really-
seats out and everything in that thing.
Yeah. I've never really gone hardcore into a car before, but I've frame
Bikes
off
and whatnot.
restorations on motorcycles.
Yeah, I mean that's like as far as I've known, bikes have been your thing.
Yeah, I mean a screw's a screw, nut's a nut,
Yeah,
right? So it's just
but the this CJ's is it CJ's Pony Parts?
yeah, CJ's Pony Parts. So they're the ones I buy all my parts for
Is
the
that
Mustang.
just Mustang?
Just Mustang.
Okay, so
well,
that
they
wasn't-
sell Bronco stuff now and other shit now, but
They specialize.
they
for
were
it.
just Mustangs parts.
I suppose you couldn't go to the MG for those guys. Like
No,
MG is pretty
MG's got
specialized.
their
It's
own-
British.
Yeah, they have their own catalogs.
Oh hey. Uh-oh.
That's the wife.
Oh,
that
we're gonna have to mute that music. Quickly, put your thumb over it. I don't want to pay money for that ringtone.
Does that even count?
I was we talked about it last time about how does like what's fair use and whatnot. And fair use for the most part seems to be that if you're talking about somebody's stuff and you're not monetizing it and you're really just like explaining what you saw and you're not trying to make money off it by reproducing it for sale, then it's
Yeah.
okay to use.
I'm singing John Cena so I can sell John Cena shirts.
Yeah, because we're John Cena fans
Yeah.
and somebody might not have heard it, so we can use that that 3-second clip.
Yeah.
And then that's
Makes
good.
sense.
That's good enough.
So,
Because
yeah,
we're not reproducing an entire fight and charging people money to see
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, so then so CJ's Pony Parts, they started selling Mustang stuff.
Yeah.
Now they sell all this stuff as well. But one of the main producers, I guess, is a company called Scott Drake.
Scott Drake.
Scott Drake. Now he's a dude who had a Mustang, or maybe it was his shop teacher back when he was in high school, and they needed parts.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't exist back then. So he's like, oh, I'll tell you what, I'll just make them.
Wait, what are we talking?
80s something. For
So you mean
first-gen
like
Mustangs.
reproduced?
Yeah, reproduction parts.
Reproducted.
Reproduction. Yeah,
Yeah.
reproduction parts. Not aftermarket, just from factory specs.
Yeah.
Repo parts. So they didn't exist back then. So you had a first-gen Mustang with some, let's say, taillight that's gone shit. You can't get those parts. You're going through wreckers and junkyards trying to find parts. It's impossible. And then, so he's like, well, I'll just make them. And he made them, and he sold them. And then it turned into this huge empire. Now he makes almost everything for a first-gen Mustang.
Oh wow. So he's like almost the exclusive guy now.
No, not exclusive. There's a couple other dudes, but Scott Drake's really good.
He's a quality guy then.
I haven't had anything that I've purchased from them that didn't work out. There's some stuff that's been, I've had some mildly modified, but everything works. Always bolt on.
Is that to do with the fit and finish of your vehicle as opposed to like what he's producing though?
Yeah, that's just it.
Yeah.
Not all cars are going to be exactly the same.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, they're supposed to be, but
Yeah, but I mean, cars drive around
Yeah.
and they hit speed bumps.
That's right.
Things happen.
So Scott Drake makes good stuff. So I usually buy my Scott Drake parts from CJ's Pony Parts.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, so it turns out pretty good, and they're really good. I call them and we chat. So when the LED conversions came along, I decided I was going to do my hood-mounted sequential LED turn signals, my tail lights, LED sequentials, my courtesy lights, interior courtesy lights. So that's when you open your door, your wheel wells, and you're inside. All my dash lights, speedometer, fuel,
The whole shebang.
Yeah, everything on. So I have to pull the whole gauge cluster out and everything. Front turn signals, rear, marker lights, the whole works. So I bought the kit from CJ's, the Scott Drake kit. Comes with all the different bulbs you need. Everything is pretty straightforward, except for the rear sequential turn signals. Because it's sequential in the old school incandescent bulbs, it was actually a flasher relay that cut current and allowed current.
Oh,
cut
wow.
Current and allowed. That's why you hear the click, click, click,
Yeah,
click.
yeah.
That's the current.
That's the sound of the current
There's a little box. There's a little circular thing inside your dash that cuts and allows current to go through for that flasher to flash.
Yeah.
Well, when you have LEDs and all that stuff, the LED does it. You don't need that box cutting your power off all
that
the time.
diode is built for that.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you don't. So you need to get rid of that, and that's tough because it can be mounted different places, but typically it's on top of the steering column, not underneath.
Ouch.
So you can't access it from under. You have to pull your cluster out.
Oh, yeah.
So if I had to pull my cluster out for that, well, I might as well do them full upgrades. So
Yeah,
I
the
bought
whole
all
thing's
bulbs.
coming out.
Yeah, so I bought all the bulbs. Changed the LED flasher module. It's a plug and play. Pull out the other one, plug in the new one, zip tie it down to something strong, and then pulled out all individual bulbs. Just really old, 50-year-old incandescent pieces of shit.
Oh, man.
Just a tiny little filament wire that doesn't do anything. You throw all the new LEDs in there, they're all plug and play. They don't require any wiring upgrades. They're good to go. They're all designed to work with what the Mustang's wiring was designed. Now Mustang does run a 12-volt system. It's not a 6-volt. Yeah. Like a boat or an old motorcycle or something. It's 12 volts, so it's somewhat normal. Yeah. But a lot of times the LEDs will get fucked on that. You have to buy modulators and kind of stupid shit. But this isn't that case. It works right in. Plug it, throw it all back in, and then it's rock and roll. You don't have to do anything. Next to that flasher relay that you have to change, there's no other modules, nothing you have to change. You put it all back in, and extremely bright. All,
I would
all goes
imagine.
from that really dim yellow to the bright, the super white.
'Cause, I mean, that's LED's thing is visibility, right?
That's just it,
Like, they don't project as much, but they'll make it visible. Now, being an LED guy, like, I mean, I've built a few things that required LED lighting. Never in a car, though. Do you have to fuck around the fuses at all?
Nope.
Or is it all pretty, like, that 12-volt is pretty run through the
It was
entire
kind of
thing?
like that earlier on. Like I had an LED taillight system on my old F-150, and it was fucked. You required a module because it didn't accept the current. I don't know if it was too weak or too strong.
But it just wasn't the
I
same.
think it might have been too strong. So it's the same thing for an LED taillight on my Harley Davidson. You have to get a module on there because the current's too strong. I think. So you just got to dumb it down a little bit so the LED just doesn't blow up.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's all plug and play. There's nothing you have to do with the fuses or circuits or wiring.
That's pretty cool.
You don't have to change your voltage or nothing.
What was the total time start to finish? So, I mean, that seems like you really, I mean, I would imagine just taking out the
It's probably
dash alone would take you most of the time.
Yeah, it's probably, to a guy who's got his shit together, tiny little bit, maybe 3 or 4 hours. But I spent the day. I had like a Sunday, woke up in the morning, grabbed the 6-pack, sat in the garage, put on some music, and then just worked on the car.
Well, this is not your... Oh, hey.
That's you this time.
That might be me. It might be Dan. And he is on his way. Might be a few minutes late.
So then, just got the 6-pack going, got in the garage. I did the taillights, the turn signals. It's all one unit. Took a little modifying for the Scott Drake ones. They make different sets of Scott Drakes, but
for the same car.
For the taillights, yeah. There's different styles. There's programmable sequentials where they can go faster or slower, do different directions. Programmable, because it's the Mustangs have 3 separate bars for the taillights.
You went pretty straightforward, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so I wanted this the regular sequential. Yeah. So, but there are different kinds you can buy. The ones that I bought took a little modifying, and you got to make sure the circuit board doesn't touch the metal housing. Yeah. That the light is in the taillight housing because it will short. So you have to make sure you take a little time and you buy the right material so you can. I just got the 3M tape foam. Yep. Covered the rounds, and so it's
some handy shit.
Yeah, and then so it doesn't. It's designed where it could sit there by itself, but I mean you're taking a chance for nothing. Yeah. 3M foam tape is pennies.
It's a dime a dozen. Yeah, it's pretty cheap to get your hands on.
Your local hardware, and it's nothing. So I bought a roll of that, and it's great now. It's absolutely just fantastic. And I go to shows or Mustang guy sees it or on my Instagram page at Old Painless is waiting, and guys are loving it. And
It is significantly different.
And there's so many guys out there who are in a Mustang rebuild or in a planning phase or thinking about what they want to do. And,
Yeah.
they really use Instagram to see what other dudes are doing, to see maybe what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I found on my page is just, I would say, oh, here's my LEDs, and my DM blows up, and my likes and comments, and you're chatting with dudes all over the place. Like,
Yeah, man. I mean, Instagram is really good for that now. I remember, like, back in the day when people would be like, yeah, I found him on Instagram.
Yeah.
We were in the same town. We met up on Instagram. I was like, how the fuck are you meeting guys on Instagram? But then I got into it. I'm like, oh, actually, it's very easy. Super easy to do, right?
yeah, for me, I haven't.
It's a good resource.
I got a few Alberta guys because obviously I have an Alberta plate on my car.
Yeah.
And people notice it's an Alberta plate and they chat to me about that. But most of my guys are from the kind of the Bible Belt. Well, not the Bible Belt, a little further south. Like,
Not the Dust Belt.
Yeah.
They're in that area.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
That's most of the people who chat with me are guys from that area,
Mm-hmm.
and they're always young kids, 17, 16, got their hands on a first-gen Mustang.
Oh, it's a big deal, man.
They're always young
Yeah.
guys. and
That
I'm
area,
totally
I
into
mean,
it.
that's American muscle.
Yeah.
They love that American muscle car. I'm sure, like, imports do well out there as well.
I'm sure they do, yeah.
But there is a certain, like, undying love for an American muscle car.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the place to do it.
And a first-gen Mustang coupe, that's not an expensive car to get into.
No, they're
That's cheap.
pretty handy to get your hands on.
To a fastback and stuff like that, it's a lot more
Yeah.
expensive. But it's just a coupe, easy to get into, cheap parts. Like I said, Scott Drake, through their catalog, you can build an entire car from their catalog.
That's really cool.
Nothing. Actually, I did find a part that was unavailable. I'm gonna stick
On
it to
Scott Drake.
Yeah, I did
what
finally-
was the part?
the part that I finally found is you have switches for your doors, your door courtesy light switches. So when you open your door, the switch
Releases,
releases,
yeah.
and your lights come on. They sell those switches, which is great. But if the wiring going to that switch isn't superb, it's kind of like a male-female thing.
Yeah.
The one end on the wiring, and then the other end on the switch.
Yeah.
You plug the switch into the wire and plug it in,
Oh, it's a
into the
circuit.
door, then you're good to go.
Yeah.
But if, in theory, your wiring isn't superb on the other end, which would assume if your switch isn't superb, maybe your wiring isn't great.
Yeah.
Same for me. My switch was shit, so I wanted to switch them out to new ones. On the passenger side, perfect. The switch was okay. On the driver's side, it was Frankenstein.
Oh, no.
I pulled it out and I was like, what is this?
So he had done some
Yeah,
custom work in
he
there.
cut the tip off of it and just, crimped just I call them like butt plug style. Fucking, I'm sure there's a name for them. But they were way too big.
Little tiny butt plug.
Yeah, they were way too big, and it just, what the hell is this? So I went back on Scott Drake. I was like, I need to get the other end that goes on the wire that goes into the boards. So I went to go find that. I could find the switch. But you couldn't get the other end. And I think, okay, I'll buy the whole wiring harness because it's
Okay.
just 3 wires. It goes. I'll just buy the whole wiring harness.
Just
and I'll
redo
just
the whole thing.
use the end.
Yeah.
And
You weren't going to redo the whole thing. You
no,
were just
no.
going
Well,
to
then you'd
reuse
have
the
to pull
end.
everything out.
Yeah, I
was
guess.
just going to reuse the end.
Instead of being that motherfucker.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so, but not available.
Wow.
So-
now, not available because you didn't carry it, or just like too many guys are using this thing for
Nope, not
Frankenstein
available.
job?
Not
Really?
available.
Oh, wow.
So
Scott Drake.
it would probably be available if you bought the wiring harness kit for the entire car.
Yeah.
But that's the entire car's wiring harness. And I don't want to buy the entire wiring harness for one connector.
It doesn't seem like from what I've heard from you now, it doesn't seem like he's the kind of company that's going to try to fuck you into buying the whole thing. That just seems like it's a lapse.
It's just
in
one of those things. I don't think
product.
it's a lapse. A lot of these things, it's supply and demand.
Yeah.
They build parts that people ask
You
for
just
and
don't need that part
And
as
that's
as
probably
much.
just one of those things that's never come up because every time someone's needed that, it's because they're doing the whole.
The entire thing.
There's never been a guy who's like, well, my connection's fucked.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you can just you can Frankenstein it correctly.
Yeah. I'm sure somebody like the electrical know-how.
Yeah, I could snip that, put a right size connector on there and make it work,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yep.
But it's not correct.
You needed it to be correct.
So I don't need it to be correct. I did that. I Frankensteined it.
Oh, you did it yourself?
Yeah, I did it myself. I
Okay.
Frankensteined it so it's got the right size connectors and everything's
Yeah.
normal. It worked. It's
But I
working
mean,
the way
like,
it should.
you didn't Frankenstein like this guy did. Like, this guy seems to have put a mess
No,
in there.
he put.
Yeah, it was just like
he took 2 parts out of 2 different cars.
Yeah.
He made something work. He's like, hey,
it
this
was
is metal.
asking you to kill it.
Yeah, this is metal and that's metal. So let's duct tape it together until current runs through it.
Yeah.
I actually, put real connectors in the right sizes so it all fits and connects properly, but it's not correct.
Are you hung up on that?
No.
You seem like you're a little hung up on that part.
Because I know it's in there. No one will ever know.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. It's like
But
I
I know
always
it's
say,
in
it's a mustard stain on a yellow shirt.
Yeah.
Don't show your friends where it is, because nobody gives a shit where it is. They can't see it.
Totally.
Yeah.
So one of these days, eventually, someone's going to pull that back out and be like, "Hey, that's not right."
And you don't want them to know.
I don't really care because it's done correctly. I'm not gonna be like, "Well, this is wrong." They're
It's
like,
done well.
Yeah, it's running. It's connected correctly.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna fall apart. Or it's
Yep.
not gonna short. It's not gonna do anything.
You
stupid.
did a job that if you'd hired somebody to do,
Yeah,
they probably would have done the same
we'll
thing.
call it a custom job.
It's a custom job.
It's correct. It's a custom job, but it's not the correct part
Yeah.
from Fomoco.
Yeah.
Which I prefer calling them Mofoco.
Mofoco.
Because Fomoco is Ford Motor Company.
Yeah, it looks funnier if you just take it like
If you say
Mofoco.
Mofoco.
Yeah, it
There
does.
was a company in the 80s or maybe early 90s that was called Mofoco who made Mustang parts.
Yeah.
They obviously went under.
they don't exist in that
But
form
everyone
anymore.
who has a Mofoco part is holding on to that shit because that is comedy. You have like a tail light housing.
Yeah.
You pull it off and it says, does that say Mofoco?
Mofoco?
So I always hashtag my parts Mofoco.
That's the way to go.
The
It's gonna get you those the motherfucking
Motherfucking
company.
company.
The motherfucking company.
So yeah, so I know it's not correct.
Yeah.
But I mean, no one's gonna give a shit. But it's just one of those. I finally found a part that isn't there.
Isn't on Scott
It's not
Drake.
there.
You didn't have nearly as much trouble with the MG though, did you?
Yeah.
But did you Frankenstein a lot more of the MG yourself?
No.
I mean, like, okay, now people say Frankenstein like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But really,
Frankenstein's
it's not
like
a bad
if
thing.
If you're covering bare wires with duct tape.
Yeah, that's a
Zip
bad
ties.
thing. Then you're doing the wrong
Yeah,
Frankenstein.
that's roadkill style.
Yeah, that's roadkill style.
That's
But there
a
is a
typical
lot that you
roadkill.
will Frankenstein that is a necessity issue where you're making sure that it's going to run properly without burning itself or setting itself on fire.
Yeah, that could be like a custom job. Like again,
Yeah, it's a custom job.
on my Mustang, I changed the center console because I have a deluxe interior,
Mm-hmm.
which means that's factory center console. There's also an overhead console that's available that I don't have.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't like the factory console. Now I realize it's a factory console. It's rare. It's expensive.
Yeah.
I realized I got hate for getting rid of my factory console.
Haters going to hate, man. Haters going to hate.
Channing gonna take.
Channing going to hate.
So I wanted to get rid of it because there's no cup holders, there's no storage, there's there's no
Snorage.
storage. So I want to get rid of it. It's ugly, it's old, 50-year-old plastic, and TMI makes great products for first gen Camaros and Mustangs, and they make a center console for the Mustang that's just really nice, and I wanted it.
God damn.
That's
Dan.
two now. It's two now for you.
That's two now. I know, that's two. It's a good thing we're not on video because I'd be yelling at Dan. But nope. No, it's not him.
So yeah, I bought it. Took out my factory center console, which was a bit of a trick because it had again been Frankenstein to a certain degree. Some wires that weren't supposed to be somewhere. They took power that wasn't supposed to go from. So I cleaned it up, got rid of it, and I went to go throw the TMI there. But I had a huge problem because, as it turns out, the shifter assembly, the automatic shifter assembly on a deluxe interior is different than a standard.
Oh, really?
It's
Well, I mean, imagine it would be a little bit different. Being,
Yeah.
It's not a manual transmission. Yeah.
Well, I mean, a standard. I shouldn't have said standard. A factory issue.
A factory issue is what you mean.
Automatic.
Okay.
Now, the automatic on the floor that a coupe would have, or some fastbacks, it's almost directly centered into the housing. The one that's in the deluxe, because it has a console, is shifted ever so slightly to the right.
Oh shit.
I didn't know this.
Now, is it the shifter is shifted over, or
Yeah.
the console is sitting
No,
farther over on the
console's
seat?
still in the middle.
Yeah.
The shifter assembly is still where it is. The hole in the floor lined up to the transmission is still the same. But the actual shifter, the lever, is slightly to the right.
Oh wow,
And I learned that the hard way.
that's odd.
Well, they designed it so it would fit cleaner in the console that's designed for. Makes sense once, but I didn't realize it's
No, it makes sense. I just imagine that like being a Mustang build in the '60s,
I just thought they would have been all the
they'd
same.
all the same. Yeah.
That's what I thought as well. So there are different kind of shifter assembly plates that you can buy that hold on the bezel on the top to tell you what gear you're on, like the finished bezel on the top
Yep.
to tell you what gear you're on. I was like, okay, I'll pick up a bezel. And then the bezel was too small. I was like, what the fuck? This isn't the right bezel. So he's like, oh, you need the plate, the attachment plate. So I picked up the plate, ordered it in, got here. It fit the bezel, doesn't fit my fucking shifter assembly.
Shitty.
So I called CJ. I was like, what's the deal here? None of this stuff is working. None of this is fitting. I thought maybe like, do I even have the right fucking goddamn shifter? Like, do I have some Frankenstein shifter in here?
Yeah.
And through much searching, head scratching, even the guys at CJ's didn't know what the fuck was going on. We found out through much questions and answers with Mustang guys in the States that the deluxe interior has a different shifter assembly.
Wow.
So fuck me.
Yeah.
At that point, I had already had all these parts. So I had to find a way to make it work. I eventually got it to work. There were a couple of little brackets that hold the center console that I had to cut off. And the retaining screws that normally go into the shifter assembly didn't exist.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. So
Custom
I had to buy
build.
a backing plate. So what I did is I just sandwiched the backing plate to the bezel in the console, as opposed to
Not
bolting
worked
it
out.
onto the shifter assembly.
Yeah.
So, because the console's not moving nowhere, so you stick the console in. There's a hole in the console where the shifter goes through.
Yep.
And then I sandwich the backing plate to the shifter assembly on the console so the shifter can go through.
Stay stiff.
So, complete custom job. But it seems to be that's what dudes are doing.
Yeah,
There-
I would imagine
there
there's
is
got
no,
to be.
there is no book to say this is how it should be done.
Yeah.
Because you'll call TMI, I'm like, hey man, why doesn't this work? He's like, because your car already has a console, dummy. This is for cars that don't have consoles. You have a $3,000 factory console.
Yeah.
Extremely rare.
Because your car already
'Cause you
has
have-
one.
So we don't make that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, good
Well,
point, good
yeah,
point,
well.
valid point. But
See where you're going with this.
I don't want my original expensive console.
Yeah.
I want a nice leather one with cup holders and storage. So it took some MacGyvering a little bit and
Yeah.
got a custom job, but now it works great, looks great. I eventually did screw it down to the floor just to make it really solid because I'm a big fella and I want to get my lean on, so I don't want to move.
Yeah, you don't want it like jiggling around.
No.
Fit and finish, I mean, to me, is one of the biggest and most important things of any kind of build you're going to do for whatever.
Yeah,
It's got to
especially
not
the
move.
way my car looks on the inside. If you had
Yeah.
some hack job, it would really
It would
stand
really
out
show, yeah.
Because my car, granted, there's secret things that are wrong with it.
No, but for the
You
most
wouldn't know.
part,
You
that
wouldn't know.
car looks smooth.
Yeah,
like inside.
I would have a really. I'm not gonna go hard like Pebble Beach hardcore guy, but I would have
Yeah.
a somewhat good level Mustang guy take a peekity peek inside my car, and not be able to notice anything wrong.
Yeah.
Now I know what's wrong.
Yeah, well, everybody
they're all,
knows.
they're all my dirty secrets that I.
Yellow shirt.
Yeah, mustard stain on
It's
the
a
yellow
mustard
shirt.
stain
I
on the
know,
yellow
I know where
shirt,
there are
man.
errors,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not gonna
No.
show my car at Pebble Beach or SEMA or some shit. I
Yeah.
drive my car around in Edmonton.
Yep.
It's not really a big deal, but I'm not a huge OCD guy, but I have enough OCD where it needs to be correct. You know,
I think everybody has a little bit of that.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
if
fair.
you have a stack of cups and there's 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, I'm gonna
Yeah.
need another cup.
I'm going to need a cup. I'm going to put that 3 in the end.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need another cup.
No, that's pretty bad.
You don't have that on a.
No, I'll move that 3 stack to the end.
I would probably take the other 3 off and have it just all the same.
But what do you do with the cups in your hand?
I'd throw them away
Gone.
because now
Out of sight, out of mind.
is that a high level? I think that's a normal operating level.
I
OCD.
think that is not normal. It's not high level.
It can't be high.
I think you're on the spectrum.
Well, I mean, everybody
You're
is.
definitely,
Everybody
is, but I think
Everyone's
that's
on the OCD spectrum.
that's definitely your needle is tipping slightly more than 90 degrees.
So you'd be happy with just 4, 4, 4, 3.
Yes. I'd leave it alone. I would
and
be
then-
fine with 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, and I just take 4 off the last one, take that last cup, and pour myself a drink.
Yeah, so you would have
And
4,
chill.
4, 3, 3.
Yeah,
That's okay.
I have a drink, I'll
I
be
could
fine.
probably live with that too, but I would make it like, okay, let's just go get another cup.
Yeah.
You go to the store and buy another cup and add 4 cups.
You would go to the store. Okay, what if the cup is only at the store? It's not at home. You'd go to the store and get another cup.
I would not immediately.
But before the party started,
No, eventually.
eventually.
I could do the party with the wrong amount of cups,
Yeah.
but eventually I would take it on my phone and add it to my to-do list. That's 10,000 things long. that
I need
eventually
another cup.
That I get to, that I have to buy another cup. 'Cause
That to-do
it's the
list,
wrong
man.
amount. It's the wrong amount.
It's just gonna happen. That's what OCD does.
So you don't have any of that?
No.
We got a no-fuel monster over there.
I got no fuel monster.
So that's what it. Yeah, I just want to get
Yeah,
a
man.
chance because people have been asking to hear a little talk.
Yeah,
talk.
I
about
like
the,
these. I like the
about the LED conversions.
the old
And,
painless.
And then yeah, like if guys are listening, hit me on my DM, ask me questions. I'll be happy to talk about them.
Sounds good.
And then
What is that? What is that site again? Or
yeah, just
Instagram?
right at Old Painless is waiting.
Nice. You
at
know what's
Old
happening right
Painless
now,
is
right?
waiting. I'm wearing the shirt.
No. Dan is knocking on the door.
Dan's not gonna. Is your,
Dan
is
is
anyone
knocking
up there?
on the door.
to let
Nobody's
me-
up there.
The Vulcan, don't you have a?
No, nobody's up there right now.
So I'll just talk to myself. While
Talk to
you guys
yourself.
come back. So yeah, so if you get a chance, go on my page, check out the car, check out the build, especially if you're a Mustang guy, and then see if you're into it. if you have any questions about, what size of tires I'm using, because I have upgraded to a Shelby's style rims, or my LED conversions, or my interiors, the TMI products, the different challenges I had working on these things, you could just DM me and get a chance to sit down here on the show and talk about the different stuff we did on the install. And, maybe help a fella out. And then it's really strange because I'll get guys who will write me from Georgia or something with a question. It's like, hey, man, what style of screw do you use on this shifter assembly? Because I can't get mine to go. And I'm like, oh, I got this one. He's like, where do you buy it? I'm like, I buy it from here. And then he'll send me a DM 3 weeks later with 19 photographs and 3 videos of how he got it done. And it's the greatest thing. He's
That's
16
cool, man.
years old and he's stoked as fucking shit.
I think that's
he fixed his shifter assembly himself.
That's the benefit.
And that I get so much kick out of that.
Yeah, that is the benefit of this.
That is way better for me than a bunch of fucking likes. Well,
Yeah, man.
Don't get me wrong, the likes feed the ego, which is
No,
fine.
the likes feed the ego and the likes get us noticed.
Yeah,
But at
it
the
feeds
same
the
time,
ego.
some kid calling you up and
I
saying,
think-
thanks, man.
I get a good kick out of that. Just
Yeah.
dudes writing me up and be, hey, I'm thinking about replacing my windshield in my car. What do you think?
Yeah.
And I'll talk to him about some stuff, and then he'll get back to me. He either did it or he didn't do it.
That's
or
cool.
He changed stuff.
I mean, that's like I always say that we do a pretty bare bones, like Ghost calls it, ghetto-professional show.
Yeah.
Most of us have like the things that we do, like this, and the car build, and Dan with his Frankenstein gear, like his weird curly hat and shit.
Yeah.
People want to know how they did it, and how did you make that happen.
Yep.
And it's nice to be able to tell somebody how we're doing what we do in
Yeah,
that
it's not
weird
something
ghetto-professional way.
It's not something I ever really saw coming when I started the page. I just didn't want to confuse my Muay Thai page with car stuff because it was really pissing people off.
It was two different worlds.
Yeah. So when I made its own page to separate those things,
Yeah.
the amount of people who are just in the car community, because I know how car guys are, and that's cool, but just the amount of dudes who were it was way more than on my personal page.
Yeah.
How guys just want to talk about what they're trying to build, checking out what I'm building.
It's a big, small community.
And for me, that's way more enjoyable.
Yeah, man.
Having a 16-year-old kid finish his shifter assembly with my help from some stranger in Canada, I think that's cool.
That's cool.
For me, that's way cooler
Yeah, man.
than 1,500 likes, which is nice, feeds the ego, but the next day, what does that get you? Fuck all.
Yeah, it gets you
That
nothing.
conversation with that kid, that's cool. That stays cool for a long time. So
Hey, guess what? At Old Painless is waiting.
that's it.
I've probably already faded out by now.
Get the music.
The music's already in. Oh, yeah.